Sup guys, Ncaa31 here, and although it's relatively late in the game as Ncaa 14 will be out in a couple of months, um, I've been playing with this defense enough and I've gotten some footage, or enough footage I should say, to really go into a little bit of dabbling into some X's and O's versus online human competition to talk about the 4-2-5 and just kind of go through some basic coverages and pressures, how they're executed, and just kind of walk you guys through how it looks, what I'm thinking, and why. My 3-3-5 stack videos have become something of a bit of an annual affair, but this is the first time I'm going to be really going over the 4-2-5 as I've found myself a new toy here. I've really enjoyed it. I have really liked playing it in some ways more than the 3-3-5 stacks. So here we go. Hope you guys enjoy. This is 4-2-5 over cover 3 cloud. I like this play because you get a bracket on the curl flat on the left, and you get an initial jam off of the slot there. You see the curl flat there. The free safety in the middle of the field. Like call over on the left hash, under on the right, to get the free safety always on the field side. Middle linebacker taking his drop. Jam, redirect, takes the flat. You have a hole there opening up late on the opposite curl flat area. You gotta decide what you want to take away when you want to take it away. Old football axiom: if you try to take away everything, you end up taking away nothing. So you just gotta blade tendency, down distance, all that good stuff. Chances are, when throwing a curl, someone wants to throw the curl to the shorter side where they have the easiest line of sight in the shorter throw. So that's obstructed. I'm playing center field deep, and we get the sack from the defensive end on the double swipe move. This is 4-2-5 Blitz double A. This is just basic math. 5 guys can outblock 6. Everyone goes out for the route. I get good press coverage there to the right. I'm controlling the safety to the left on the slot. I'm beat there, but I guess the initial read wasn't there, and he didn't have time to look elsewhere. Jam. Jam. Back is circling out of the flat, so he's not in there to pick up a block. That's me there. That's backside. Probably could have hit that, but I'm assuming the read was to the boundary first. And by the time he realized it wasn't there, you got one of the linebackers coming in untouched. Same play, different team. Empty backfield, no problem. Just got to have the guys who can match up. Just be careful calling these, because if someone slide protects, pinches, and the ends can't get there, you see there's separation there. And there's separation here in the jerk route out of the slot, but he does neither in this case. There's me playing manual press, but there's just no time to get that ball off. You either got to keep a guy in the block, or you got to pinch and hope that the defensive ends don't get you. But if you don't keep a guy in the block or pinch and be really decisive with your hot read, you're going to get nailed. Just be careful, because if you run a man zero blitz and someone slide protects and or keeps guys in the block and you get beat on the outside, this will happen. You will get a major roasting. So, pick your spots and know your matchups. This play illustrates why I like this playbook. 4-2-5 under, double B, I think it is, double bullets, zone blitz. Zone blitzes aren't always about generating mass overload heat. Sometimes just obstructing the sight lines is enough. You see the double blitz to the left, by one of the linebackers and one of the safeties. Defensive lineman drops into a zone blitz. The receiver falls down. He's pretty much out of the picture. You have a cover 3 press look on your right. Bail and run. That's my best corner. Middle linebacker flying to the middle. I'm right behind him playing free safety, deep middle. Safety, good job there carrying that seam. The corner on the left is playing off cover 3. Off coverage, I should say. I don't like how they run before the corner closes the cushion. I don't like that. But, you know, you get the idea. So you have pretty safe coverage behind a 5-man rush. I pick up the deep middle there. Defensive lineman to the right is fighting. Eventually does a rip move to get free. Really like that. That's nice. This is a free safety zone blitz out of the 4-2-5 under. I just remember it now. That's my linebacker. He keeps on pushing and fighting, and my free safety plays kamikaze. He rolls up to the line of scrimmage, he comes in, and he's a sacrificial lamb there. He has to hold, and I eventually get the sack from the linebacker. This is 4-2-5 underslide, double bullets. What is an underslide? The underslide gives you a 2-deep safety alignment, and the defensive tackle on your right slides to basically play what's called a 1 technique between the center guard gap. And the idea is for him to command a double with the guard, and the defensive end on your right is in a wide 9 technique. Based on his alignment, the defensive tackle is in a position where he can just rip right through that gap if the guard isn't ready to give help, and that will, you know, force a one-on-one with the defensive end on the right. And you have middle of the field coverage here. I have spotlight on one of the slot receivers in this situation, as you see the INT. But here it is again, the defensive tackle. Notice his alignment between the guard and the center. You got to have a beast defensive tackle in that spot. This is a pass defense set. You can see by the alignment, you got a giant bubble there to the right between the defensive tackle and the defensive end, which puts a lot of pressure on that linebacker in run situations. So if you get caught with a run being popped on you on this set, you better have a beast defensive tackle there who can fight through it. And this is more of a middle of the field protector. Inside seams, flat is vulnerable there. You see on the left is also on the right. The curl is kind of vulnerable there. You have some initial protection, which would kind of discourage that read on the left, but it's more for springing traps down the middle of the field. 4-2-5 Okie. You stand up the defensive end on the left, and what do you have? You have a 3-3-5. And this is a zone blitz here where the defensive tackle actually goes into total beast mode here. And this is something we actually need to see more of. Explosiveness out of explosive defensive lineman. That guy is a freak. He's got 90 acceleration with an 87 finesse pass rush move. And he just explodes out of his stance and just crosses the right guard and just leaves him in the dust. That's just quickness and explosiveness off the line. And the back has no chance, and he just gets in there and detonates the quarterback. The defensive end on the right is in a zone blitz, or drops back into a zone. 2 linebackers blitz. You see him bracketing that, or dropping back into the middle. You know, short underneath his open. That's fine. Again, just depending on down distance. That's stoned there. Look at it again. just defensive tackle just shoots right off the line of scrimmage. That doesn't happen all the time, obviously. That's just a situation where his get off was just so explosive, he just left the lineman in the dust. Really well done by him, and you see the zone coverage behind it. Get out of my way. Beast. And I believe this is the same play. 4-2-5 Oki. Double B zone blitz. Defensive end on your right, dropping back into the middle. This time, you see the deep safety in the middle of the field. And you can use it wherever you want. Doesn't really matter. Just, wherever you feel comfortable. The flat is open. That's a tough throw. It's makeable, but it's got to be perfect and perfectly timed. Defensive end on your left beats his blocker clean. It's just one-on-one. My guy's better than you, and I got a guy obstructing your throwing lane, and you have to eat the football because your left tackle just got beat, and he had no help. So that's basically some basic zone blitzes and coverages out of the 4-2-5. I'll be uploading some more games using the 4-2-5 as well. And I'll talk about it more in NCAA 14 as well. So hope you guys enjoyed. Talk to you all later. Peace.